Hi, it's Mary, Queenmlv. It is Tuesday, July 6th, 2010. Remember my UFO, the jack-o'-lanterns? So happy to have that ready to be quilted. The quilt top's finished, and I cannot believe how good it feels to have a UFO finished. But I did have, I told you it was finished last week, but then I remembered that I do have the two faces that I had extra that I was going to make pillowcases out of. So I did make two pillowcases. I did calculate my fabric very closely, and so I didn't have a lot extra. Had to buy some more. Of course, I wasn't able to match it. So the pillowcases are kind of scrappy, but I like them. Here's one. The back is purple. The other one is on the floor. There's the other one. The back is purple. So I think they turned out cute, and I think they'll be really great on that bed come Halloween. So now that's officially finished, except for the quilting and the binding. My Schnibbles, which I have till the end of July to submit for the contest. Schnibbles is finished almost. Everything's almost finished. I'm putting the binding on, and I have about half of the hand sewing of the binding. And then once I finish the binding, then I have to work on the hanging sleeve, because it has to be hung in the shop, so it needs a sleeve. Anyway, I think it turned out really cute. Schnibbles is getting there, which brings me to the farm. I did the barn. Now the barn is interesting because it's got a bunkhouse on the side, which gives it two roof lines, and then it's got two cupolas on the top, which are just ginormous when you're next to them, but really tiny in a picture because it's a very big building. So I did finish the barn, and I think I don't know if you can see the cupolas, there they are. I think it turned out cute. It was not difficult. And then the farmhouse is the white building on the property. Everything else is red. And for some reason this farmhouse has a really big sky. So that's our house. Then my older daughter has a desk chair, one of those swivel desk chairs in her room where she does her homework. And the cover to the seat cover has some stains on it. And I tried to steam those out this weekend, and they're not going to come out because it's one of those really synthetic fabrics that just soaks everything in. So I told her I would recover it for her. And she's quite the volleyball player. She wanted a green cover. So I started it. Of course, I'm sure she just meant staple something green on there, but that's not how we do things. So this is going to be the center of it, and she is a volleyball player, and she is playing for USA this summer. So that's the USA volleyball. Then I'm just going to put more green around the side, upholster it on there. I'm going to quilt it with less stitching, so it'll kind of be soft for her, put a little batting in it. I'm just going to stitch along these lines. Although the outside has straight lines on it, these inside lines are all one piece. And I wasn't afraid to sew those round instead of just straight lines because I had done the New York Beauty. So I'm really happy that I did do that and was able to do the volleyball. So I think that turned out cute. I think she's going to like it. And I'm also thinking of machine embroidering her name under the volleyball to kind of just personalize it. So that'll be pretty exciting. Then I did make a Harry Potter block, only one this week, which is not going to get me there, but at least I made one. This is Ophingen's, and by a Harry Potter block, of course I mean two. This is Ophingen's Mermaid, and I like her. I went You know, in the book, the mermaids are just beautiful. And so I was thinking green and sparkly and gold and all these gorgeous colors. And I've had this pattern sitting on my computer for many months now, struggling with it because in the movie, they're scary. They're in muddy water, and they're brown, and they have these horrible faces, and they're just really scary. So I couldn't decide between the beautiful and the scary, and I kind of tried to do a cross, and I think I ended up with beautiful, but she's really pretty, I think, and I'm happy with her. So she's not scary, she's not gold, and she'll do fine. And then I have a grab project. You know, I finished my grab project and I need one. And grab projects don't count because you do them in between your paper piecing. They save time, they don't cost time, so they don't count as a new project. Yeah, we're going to go with that story. So I have a new, non-counting new project. And it's strips, the Jelly Roll strips. And these are some just beautiful colors. I think they're going to come together really nicely. The pattern is an easy one, and of course the strips are already cut for you, and so this is just a perfect grab project. When I needed, I went for about a week without a grab project, and I kept looking around for something to sew, and there just wasn't anything, so I just gave in and got a new grab project. And then finally, a recycling project. This was my purse for a long, long time, and you notice it used to have pockets here that are now missing. This is leather, and I wanted a new purse for a long time and wanted to make myself a bag to replace this one, and I haven't stopped and done that. I have one in mind, but I haven't made a bag. But my younger daughter wants slippers. The girls are heading off Friday to train with Olympic coaches in Colorado Springs, and she wanted some slippers before she left, so I am working on some slippers. She picked out this pattern, this fabric. These are the soles, and the first thing you do is sew leather onto the bottoms of the soles so that they, you know, to give them traction. And so that's the step I'm on right now, is sewing the leather onto the soles. And so I thought that was a really good excuse to cut up my leather purse instead of buying leather, and that way I could recycle and give myself a really good excuse for making myself that bag. So I think the slippers will not be back from Colorado Springs next Tuesday. They get in Tuesday, but I think it'll be after my Talk to Me Tuesday video. So I'll take a picture of these before I send them off, and they have some really fluffy, cool lining that's been sitting on my shelf for a long time, and a nice little flower on the top. They're going to be really cute. So that's my recycling project. So, Kat, did you have anything to add? Kat will just say hi. He's quiet today. Hey, camera's that way. There we go. He's purring. I think you might hear the dog in the backyard trying to join in, but he's not a welcome guest. You know, Talk to Me Tuesday's like hosting your own talk show. Kat plays a game with me where everything I put on my sewing table, he waits till I turn my back and he just kicks it on the ground and then on the floor, and then when I turn around, he closes his eyes and pretends he's been sleeping the whole time, but you know, I'm on to him. Anyway, Talk to Me Tuesday is like hosting your own talk show without any guests, except the occasional cat or baby who wanders through. So it's interesting to be guestless, and Cat hasn't been around for several weeks now. It's kind of hunting season. It's 102 degrees today, which we welcome this time of year because it could be 120, and 102 is a lot better. So anyway, have a great week.